extortionate. Extortion. So it's August and I thought I'd tell you a funny little story about around this time 2 years ago when I was deciding what to do in my life and I needed a reference for uni. So story begins. I have a law teacher who isn't really a teacher but is a teacher, and she was a bit odd. She gave me a mobile number to communicate with her, and she was literally a bit obsessed actually with me and this other girl in my class. It was a bit weird throughout the whole year. I was like, yeah, whatever, didn't really go in that much. Did quite well, but she was a bit too like clingy. Like, I've never used the word clingy for a teacher, but she was clingy. I decided last minute 2 years ago in 2016 that I wanted to go to uni because I didn't want to stay at home and I wanted to move on and do something which I never actually thought I would. I needed a reference, and obviously college was closed because it was the summer holidays. I didn't have a personal statement, I didn't have anything set up on UCAS, I didn't even know which uni I was going to go to. I tried to contact the college and they were like, oh, all the teachers are on annual leave, this, that and the other. So there's me thinking, oh great. Then I emailed each of my teachers individually because I thought I might as well, you know, get a selection. Whoever comes through with it first, I can just send it off as quick as possible and then be ready for results day on clearing. Basically, the first reply I received, and the one which I was hoping would come through, I nearly used the name, was, let's just call her, I won't say what I want to say, but let's just call her, I'll be polite, Jay. We'll call her Jay. So, Jay. I emailed Jay, hi Jay, I want to go to uni, wasn't in my plan, but please would you write me a reference, I'd be really appreciative and I'm really motivated to move on, go to uni and do good things in my life. Yeah, I thought she'd be all for it, like yeah, she'd be playing a part of getting me to uni, So she's like, oh yes, I'd be happy to write you a reference, I can get it done quite soon, but I want some flowers, maybe some chocolate. So I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah. So I left it for a few days. I thought, right, I should probably be writing it now, you know. I thought she was joking. Let's just say that. I thought she was joking about it. So I messaged her back. I was like, hi, Jay. I'm just wondering whether you've had a chance to write the reference yet for me because I want to get it off as soon as possible, get it all sorted. So she replies to me and says, she said, yeah, Sophie, I'll write the reference as soon as I receive my flowers. I was like, what? So I actually started to realise that she wasn't joking. Then I thought, no, surely not. Surely she can't actually expect me to buy her flowers. Like, I'm a student. Like, I get her a card or something, of course. I would really appreciate her writing me a reference. But some flowers? I was like, what? Then I really did have to start looking at flowers. And I was like, I thought to myself, I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I buying my teacher some flowers to write me a reference? Like, surely that's what they're supposed to do anyway, is just surely help you out. And in this second text as well, she actually gave me her address, and this address was like probably about 30 miles away from me. So it's not like I can just go round to the college and buy her like some shop bought flowers. I had to send her some from like a florist. I was like, oh my word, wow. So I look online, I'm looking for the cheapest flowers, and it ended up costing me about 30 quid. So I thought, is she thinking that she wants to use this and like pretend she's got a boyfriend or something? Like, surely she could have just sent them herself, not at my expense. Like, come on. Like, I haven't got it. Literally, I had to scrape money together because I literally had nothing. And I had to scrape my money together just to get her some flowers. So I sent them, and then she actually wrote it. I was like, this is literal extortion. Like, I've been blackmailed by her. And then, like, I was like, should I tell someone? I was like, it's a bit weird, like, should I tell one of them? But I was like, well, I'm not going to go back there, am I? Like, I'm moving on. I was just like, the flowers got there, I got my reference. I was like, well, it is actually a win-win situation, I suppose. She's got the flowers, I've got my reference. And I did end up getting into uni. God knows what she wrote. Like I cannot begin to imagine what she wrote, and I probably don't want to find out. But the thing that really, really wound me up is that I messaged one of my old head teacher from school, and he actually said, oh yeah, Sophie, I don't mind writing you a reference, yeah, that's fine, just tell me what you want me to include and I'll get on it. And I was like, really? I was like, he would have written it. So I've just bought her flowers. 2 days later I get an email back, and I'm just kicking myself. What's the moral of the story?
Education is boring.
Moral of the story is, I honestly don't know. Like, yeah, it's a nice gesture. I probably would have sent her a card anyway, not gonna lie, but yeah. Only me. That's all I can say. Only me.